So what I was trying to give an example of is if you are speaking or communicating or living from being part of the whole is totally different from living as an individual and only interested in your self-autonomy, your self-individualism of how great you can be. A person living for the whole or speaking from the whole is talking about trying to bring Earth back into balance, that there's something off or there's something great about it. It doesn't differentiate between countries, land. It doesn't have districts. It doesn't have counties. It's just part of the whole. So you're using those words to describe a location, but you're not trying to separate it out into a unit. And it's hard to do, is to break those two apart and try to stay on conversation as being part of the whole. In fact, some of you that may have little groups of committees and so forth, you may want to try develop a training exercise to do that. So I know in the martial arts you can tell when you're kicking out of just from the life force in your leg versus kicking from your whole being. There's a big difference in the level of force and the impact from it. And it's the same with what we're talking about here. Now, later on, we've developed some principles that basically, if you go out and study a lot in nature, they're more nature's laws of how it moves. We believe, or at least we're trying to find out if it's going to remain true, that if you try to make decisions based on these kind of natural laws, that you will be able to stay within the whole. It's not going to make you a real popular person with those who don't, though, because you can just be around them and you're going to be confrontive. You don't even have to say anything. You can just pass through their energy system and they're going to go like this and they're going to feel on guard and maybe even attack. It's known to happen quite a bit. So the next part I'm going to go into a little bit in the next video is a little bit about what we call medicine tools and some of the techniques and so forth that we use to help kind of protect ourselves from, losing our orientation to the whole. And each person's got to develop their own relationship that way, and they're going to have to decide whether it's important for them. But what we do know for sure from a lot of elders is that unless we get back to living with the land and the whole of nature, Earth is doomed because it cannot sustain giving all its resources to one species. It's just an impossible situation. So anyway, that's my voice on that. Must be something to it. Oh.